Hey there, this is Mike with South Ogden Ace Hardware. We are located at 4291 Harrison Boulevard, right next to Smith's and Benyon Crafts. We carry a lot of great products here at South Ogden Ace, like Yeti, Steel, the Big Green Egg, and Craftsman. We also pride ourselves in our customer service. We have a lot of great professional employees.
Remove your accounts facing the flag in center field for the play of our national anthem.
All right, it's time for Ogden Raptors baseball. So up to bat for the Rocky Mountain Vibes is number 20, Brandon Crosby, their right fielder. Crosby bats right, throws right, 6 foot, 191 pounds from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Played with the Northern Colorado Owls in the Pioneer League and looks at a strike for strike one. So it's 0-1 right now. On the mound is Big Brock Gilliam. We'll get with his. That one's inside, and they ask for an appeal down to the first base side, and they call him safe. Brock Gilliam, right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 215 pounds from Kansas City, Kansas. Played with the Kansas City Monarchs last year. hits that one off foul for it's a 1-2-0 count right now. We'll get through Brock's stats in a little bit. But anyway, 1-2 right now for Crosby. Looks at that one a little bit low, so it's 2-2. So defensive-wise will be Brock Gilliam at pitcher, Colton Horner at the catcher spot, Logan Williams at first base, Dakota Connors second, Sal Gazzo, shortstop, Rafael Narea at third. We'll go after the outfield after that, and he hits one foul into the tar pit over there. So it's still 2-2 with no outs. Out in left field, Nick Ulch. Center field, Reese Alexiadis. And in right field, Cam Feltz. So here comes the pitch, and it hits him. So a hit by pitch already to start off this inning, so they have a runner at first base, and now up to bat will be their center fielder, number 6, Brett Carson. Brett Carson, bats left, throws left, 5'10", 185 pounds, from Asheville, Ohio. Played for Washington in the Indy League last year. So we have a notice. Clear, we'll clear that. No notices. And we'll get back, and I'll give you the cell phone number if you want to give a shout out to us. That one's low and inside for ball one. The cell phone number, if you want to contact, say, give a shout out to anybody, 385-363-8461. I'll give that out a few times. Want to hear from you if you got any questions about Ogden or us or anything else like that. Looks at that one, outside corner for strike one. So it's 1-1 with no outs. So last night was a wonderful game for the Ogden Raptors. Ended up winning in the bottom of the ninth, 12-11. Right now, and we were talking about Brock Gilliam and getting player of the month for June. Right now, the count is 2-1 with a runner at first base. That's Brandon Crosby right now. So we also had we took a sweep in the Southern Division for Players of the Month. Reese Alexiadis for Player of the Month and Brock Gilliam for Pitcher of the Month. Brock Gilliam last month pitched 3 1/3 inning, 3.86 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 28 hits against him, 10 earned runs, 3 wins, 5 walks. So he had a great outing in June, and that one gets away from Logan Williams, and Crosby gets over to second base. And that will be an E1. So it's 2-1 right now, and runner in scoring position for the Vibes. Vibes are in their baby blue uniforms with white numbers. The Raptors are in their dark royal blue. And that one's hit all the way back to the warning track, and it goes out for a 2-run home run for Brett Carson. So the Vibes are already up 2-0 with no outs. So now up to bat will be the third baseman, number 13, Dusty Stroop. Stroop bats right, throws right, 6'2", 218-pound. Lee Summit, Missouri, played for the Idaho Falls Chuckers last year. So here comes the pitch from Brock. Called a strike, so it's 0-1 with no outs right now. So 0-1. Here comes the other pitch. Hits the outside corner for a ball, so it's 1-1. And here comes the next pitch, and he swings it and fouls it off to the third base side for strike 2, so it's 1-2. Again, want to contact us, give a shout out, 385-363-8461. Would love to hear from you. We had a great time last night, heard from some Rocky Mountain Vibes fans, heard from some Ogden Raptors fans. Now it's 2-2, a little bit high for Stroop. And fouls that one off to the right side over by the O-Town Beach Club. So it's still 2-2 right now. On deck will be the designated hitter, Casey Peterson, number 24. So for the season, for Brock, hits one off to Raphael over there, throws it all the way over to Logan Williams for the first out of the inning. And Augie's over there with the California hot shots, getting them going. So now up to bat is designated hitter Casey Peterson, number 24. Casey bats left, throws right, 6'4", 218 pounds from Vista, California. Played for the Grand Junction Rockies, who are now the Grand Junction Antelopes. Now it's an F7, flew out to Nick Olch. So that's 2 outs now, and now up to bat is the first baseman, number 28, Jake McMurray. Jake McMurray bats right, throws right, 6'1", 200 pounds from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Played for Oral Roberts University last year in Oklahoma. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's 0-1 right now with 2 outs. There's the pitch, and it goes right over Dakota Connor's head for a base hit. So now up to bat will be number 14, second baseman Ethan Lopez. Lopez bats right, throws right, 6 foot, 212 pounds. Whittier, California, played for the Vibes last year. Here comes the pitch. Gilliam hits the net for a foul ball. So it's 0-1 with 2 outs. Runner at first base, Jake McMurray. And we already have a text message already tonight. We'll get to that one after this pitch from Brock Gilliam. Here comes the pitch, and he foul tips it back into the back for strike 2. So it's 0-2 with 2 outs. Go Raptors, Mitch Stone's family. Well, thank you very much. Go Raptors. That's for sure. We'll go through the division standings in just a moment. From El Paso, Texas. Glad you're listening. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. Looks at that one high for ball 1. So it's 1-2 with 2 outs. So here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch and a strikeout. The first one for Brock Gilliam. But damage has been done. 2 runs on 1 hit. 2 hits. 1 error, 1 left on base. We're going into the bottom of the first. Raptors down 2-0. We'll be right back after this. right, we're back for more Ogden Raptors baseball. Here we go. Up to bat, top of the order. Number 5, your left fielder, Nick Ulch. Ulch bats left, throws left, 6'4", 200 pounds from Richmond, California. Played for the Billings Mustangs in the Pioneer League last year. Glad we picked him up. Look at that one for a ball 1. On the mound for the Vibes is Stephen Colin. And he hits one right into right center field for a base hit. And now up to bat is the right fielder, number 10, Cam Feltz. Cam, switch hitter, throws left, 5'9", 165 pounds from Layton, Utah. Played for the Northern Colorado Owls last year. And lays a bunt down but goes foul for strike 1. So anyway, Stephen Colin, right-handed pitcher, 6 foot, 220 pounds from Bronx, New York, and played with Lexington in the Indy League last year. I'll get you more information on Stephen in a minute. Throws that one high up above the eyes of Cam Feltz for ball 1. So it's 1-1 right now for Cam Feltz with a runner at first base. Here comes the pitch and another high ball for ball 2. So it's 2-1. This looks like it is Colin's debut as a pitcher for the Vibes, so I have no stats on him. Swings and misses for strike 2, so it's 2-2 right now with no outs. On deck will be Reese Alexiadis. Cam asks for a timeout. That will be his first timeout and only timeout per pitch clock rules. Sorry, I have to wet my whistle a little bit here and there. So now it's 2-2 with no outs, and here comes the pitch, and that one's high above the eyes, also for a 3-2 count. Full count for Cam Feltz. On third base is Brian Kloppe, and at first base coach is Mason Ross. Wind has slowed down a little bit. Cam Feltz is going in. That is hit out to right field. Brandon Crosby can't get to it. It's gone! Cam Feltz, home run, ties the game up with no outs. I don't have my TrackMan on, but I want to know how far that went and how far it went off the bat. But that was absolutely gorgeous to tie up the game. We'll get it from Ellis real quick. Ellis, what's the stats? .367 with 87 off the bat. Now Reese Alexiadis is up to bat. Number 7, our center fielder. Tries to bunt and gets a strike called on him, so it's 0-1 with no outs. And Reese bats right, throws right. 6'2", 205 pounds from Manhattan Beach, California. Played for the Ogden Raptors the past year and a half. Picked him up in the mid-season tryout camp in 2021 here in beautiful downtown Ogden at Lindquist Field. First mid-season tryout camp ever for the Pioneer League. And we do have a notice. That one is high above the eye for ball 1, so it's 1-1. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's 1-2. Have somebody from Richmond, Virginia listening to the game. We'll get you a shout out real quick. That one goes into the dirt for ball 2, so it's 2-2 with no outs. John Crosby. Son Brandon plays right field for Rocky Mountain Vibes. Yes, he briefly played for the Ogden Raptors. Yes, he did. In the first game with the men on first and second, he slugged down a great bunt to advance the runners with his speed. It looked like he would beat it out, but the pitcher makes a bad throw, and instead of earning him a hit or sacrifice, he was awarded an error, which actually counted against him. Shouldn't that be corrected? I know your son is the official scorekeeper. That was discussed several times, and it was a bad throw from the pitcher. Here, my son will get on and explain that, and here it is, and he walks. So that is a walk for Reese Alexiadis. I'll go ahead and let my son Jacob explain why it was considered an error.
Who am I talking to?
It is Brandon Crosby's father.
Okay. So in that first game, yes, I know exactly what play you were talking about. Unfortunately, I think it would have been a bang-bang play. Just saying. Brandon does have a lot of speed, and I'm not going to doubt him on that.
So up to bat, let me get there. Logan Williams is up to bat, our first baseman tonight. Williams, bats right, throws right, 6'1", 210 pounds from Honolulu, Hawaii. Played for the Ogden Raptors last year also. And that one, it goes high, so it's 1-1. So go ahead, Jacobs.
But no, back to what I was saying. I mean, that play could have gone either way. I will definitely have to take a look at that one again, and I will have to decide before the night is over if that will be a hit or an error. So, big shout out to you. No, and I fully agree with you. He even asked me, because I went and talked to him over in the Rocky Mountain Vibes clubhouse for a little bit. So, I will definitely look into that one and see what we can do. So, that is mine. I think, personally, I think it's a bang-bang play. If the ball was caught by our first baseman, I definitely think that he could have been out, but the throw was off. I would have to pull footage, but I don't have access to that. So, but like I said, I will definitely look into that and see what we can do for Brandon.
So it's a 2-1 count right now. Nobody on base. One person on base right now. Reese Alexiadis, thanks to the walk, swings and misses for a strike two for Logan Williams. So there you have it, John. I hope that is a little bit of explanation. We will look at it. My son will look at it. He's been playing baseball for many years. He's been with the organization since he's been 8 years old, which has been about 18 years. And Alexiadis gets a stolen base off of that with a ball, so it is a full count right now for Logan Williams. Reese Alexiadis in scoring position at second base. So anyway, I've been with the Ogden Raptors for 19 years, and my son has been here with 18 years. He was a bat boy for 4 years. And here's a hit into shallow right field, and it looks like great run by Brandon Crosby to get the first out of the game. Reese Alexiadis does not advance, and up to bat will be the shortstop, number 14, Salvatore, parentheses, Sal Gazzo. Switch hitter, throws right, 6 foot, 196 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, played for the Reading Fighting Phils with the Philadelphia Phillies in the minor league. Looks at that one a little bit inside and high for ball one. So it's 1-0 with one out. Reese Alexiadis at second base. That one goes into the dirt, and Reese Alexiadis goes all the way over to third. That will be a passed ball. No, wild pitch. That will be a wild pitch on that one. So anyway, it's 2-0 with one out. Reese Alexiadis. So anyway, swings and fouls that one back over near the dugout of the Ogden Raptors. So it's 2-1 with one out. And what are they calling it? Wild pitch. Okay. Hit the dirt first. Swings and misses for strike 2. Looked like a changeup real quick. So it's 2-2 with 1 out. Again, if you have a question or want to have a shout out, 385-363-8461. Would love to hear from you. So it's 2-2 with 1 out. And that it gets away from Austin Elder, but he kept it in front of him. So it's a full count right now for Salgazzo. So it's 3-2 with 1 out. Reese Alexiadis on third base. A base hit would score Reese Alexiadis. And he hits one and fouls it off on the third base side into the stands. One lucky kid's going to get a souvenir. Well, hi there. Come on in. I've got another guest. I knew he was coming in tonight. We'll get you on in a moment. So anyway, it's 3-2, 1 out, and that one is inside for another walk. That will be the second walk of the game. And so now we have runners on corner, and up to bat will be the second baseman, number 15, Dakota Connors. Connors bats right, throws right, 5'10", 185 pounds, from Manteca, California. Played for the Ogden Raptors last year, came about halfway through the season, and he has been a pivotal part of the Ogden Raptors since. And fouls that one way up in the air. It looks like it's going to be caught by the first baseman, McMurray, and that will be the second out of the game. And I have a special guest, Kenny Orlando from the Ogden Mustangs. How are you?
Doing well, Richard. How are you?
Doing great. Getting ready for hockey.
That's right. Big weekend this weekend coming up.
Yeah, it is, and we'll get into that in a moment. Damian Henderson, the designated hitter, number 17, is up to bat. Henderson, lefty, 6'1", 220 pounds, from Sandy, Utah. Played for the Ogden Raptors last year. He's been doing a lot of good stuff for us this year. Swings and misses for strike 1, so it's 0-1 with 2 outs, runners on the corner. So anyway, big weekend. Tell us.
It's exciting. It's exciting taking the jump and having all these kids come from all over the world. It's really
that one's hit. Yeah, that one's hit to Lopez, and he throws him out at the shortstop. So that will be it. But 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors. 2 left on base. Raptors tied the game with 2-2. We'll be right back after this message. All right, we're back for more Ogden Raptors baseball. It is the top of the second, and up to bat is Steve Barmakian. Barmakian, left fielder, number 10. And looks at that one for a strike from Brock Gilliam. Barmakian bats left, throws right, 5'10", 195 pounds, from Westfield, New Jersey. Played in the for Empire State in the Indy Leagues last year. That one goes into the dirt from Brock Gilliam for a 1-1. So big weekend. One of the reasons it's such a big weekend is we moved from the USPHL, from the Premier League into the NCDC. Correct?
That's right.
And what's the difference between the two? That one's fouled off way on the third base side, so it's 1 and 2.
Difference between the two is we'll be dealing with a different clientele player now. The players that were with us previous years it's tuition-based hockey, pay to play. Now these guys are getting an opportunity to fight for a spot to earn tuition-free style hockey.
That one is high above the eyes for ball 2, so it's 2 and 2 right now with no outs for Barmakian. So anyway, big weekend starting tomorrow.
Yep, Thursday through Saturday.
And that one's hit out to right field. Cam Phelps goes after it and catches it for the first out of the inning. And now up to bat is shortstop Encarnacion. Encarnacion, one of the worst names I have trouble with. I had trouble last year with it.
That's a doozy.
It is a number 7, Joe. I just call him Joe. It's easier that way. But anyway, bats right, throws right, 6'1" from Queens, 185 pounds from Queens, New York. Did play for the Vibes last year. I do remember him because my son was teasing me the whole time about how to pronounce his name. So anyway, looks at that one for a strike. So how many players you got coming in?
We got about 8 teams worth of players, just under 150.
150. And what does it detail throughout the next 4 days?
It's a whole lot. We're trying to get as many eyes on these players as possible and view their game, view them, and get to meet them as people. And you're trying to put together the best product at the end of the weekend. That could be the Ogden Mustangs for 23-24.
Yep, and now look for a strike for 1 and 2 with 1 out. And that's a big thing. I know Cash Beecham looks at that as a manager, as a person too, because if you don't fit good as a person, then you won't fit good in a team.
That's right. That's right. For sure, it's a huge part of the game. It's not just how you play, but it's how you act and how you carry yourself.
Yeah, and that's with any sport. So anyway, big weekend. You've got 4 games tomorrow, 4 games.
8 games Friday.
8 games Friday.
Yep, and then another 4 in the morning, early afternoon, Saturday.
That one's hit to Gazzo. Gazzo sends it over to Williams, and he tags him. Oh! Williams says he had him tagged, but the umpire over there on the side, and Kloppy's going to go out and talk to Paul Graham real quick. So anyway, big weekend, and then on Saturday it's going to be the big day.
Big day, yep. So the guys get their final game Saturday morning, afternoon. We'll have a prospects game where we're looking at some younger end players that might, either be able to crack our roster this year or we're looking at for future seasons. But the final thing is the All-Star game Saturday night. That's where we dwindle that big amount of kids down to 40. And from there at that All-Star game, we're hoping to kind of, dwindle that down to 30 going into training camp.
So, and when does training camp start?
That's Monday, August 28th. So the guys have a little bit more time to go home, train, rest, recoup, and come back ready to go for the start of the season.
So really exciting, actually. Very exciting right now. And, they did reverse it. They did reverse it. And now Les Lancaster's going to go out and talk. It looks like the third base umpire, Brian Rose, did see the tag as he was going by because Paul Graham was behind the tag.
That might be a first.
That might be a first. There's no doubt about it. So Les Lancaster's going out to get some type of explanation for it. But they did reverse the call, so if it is reversed, it will be a 6-3 put out for the second out of the inning. And Les is not arguing with it whatsoever. So, wow, a reversal. We don't get.
How about that?
Yeah, we don't get that much in baseball.
Back more often, huh?
Oh yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Up to bat now is number 31, their catcher Austin Elder. Elder. Bats left, throws right, 5'9", 185 pounds. Concord, California, played for Tri-City in the Indy League. So anyway, yeah, great. Looking forward to the season because I do broadcast for the Ogden Mustangs too. Had fun last year, had a lot of records broken. We've got a lot of exciting things happening this season. Season tickets are on sale right now.
Yep, absolutely.
So all you have to do is go to OgdenMustangs.com if you're interested in season tickets for the Ogden Mustangs. We are on Hockey TV also. So you have to subscribe to Hockey TV if you're interested in a little bit of hockey during started in September actually.
Yep.
That one is hit and a grab by Rafael Norea for the out. So, no runs on no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second. Tied up 2-2. We'll get you out of here in a minute. Huh?
For the Raptors in the bottom half of the second inning off. Catcher number 27, comprehends Colton Horner.
All right, we're back for more Ogden Raptors baseball. Up to bat will be the catcher, number 27, Colton Horner. Horner! Bats right, throws right, 6 foot, 185 pounds from Turlock, California. Play for the Ogden Raptors. Hits one right down the third base side to Dusty Stroop. Dusty throws it all the way over to first base for the first out of the second inning. So we've got a lot of things happening, Kenny, this year. We're doing a cancer awareness.
Yep.
What else is going on?
We got military appreciation. That's in November, and then we have our really big autism awareness weekend in January. That's one of our most attended events throughout the season. We raise a lot of good money for a great cause, and it's exciting to be a part of.
Yep, and I always look forward to that, and coaches' corners and everything else. We've got a lot of good things planned for this new league that we're coming in.
That's right. You're trying to just get involved with the community as much as possible. Obviously, it's great to see everyone come out and support the boys and cheer them on in our home facility. But at the end of the day, we're trying to grow the program the right way and get as many touches out there in the community as we can for these boys to be able to develop as both hockey players but also as human beings. Yeah,
but Rafael Norea is on up to bat right now. His count is 1-2. He's the third baseman, number 8. Had that great stab to the end, the top of the second for the Vibes. Norea, righty, 5'10", 180 pounds from Caracas, Venezuela, looks at that one for ball 2, so it's 2-2 with 1 out. Did play for one of the minor league teams for the Chicago Cubs. So, yeah, and, one of the biggest things that we did last year, which I think is a great opportunity, is that swings and fouls that one off, is the Ogden Raptors and the Ogden Mustangs finally got together. And that's been very important for this community.
Absolutely. Yep, to be able to tie these people together and you give them basically a full season or a full year purpose on sport, right? Outside of, you look at Raptors and Mustangs and having that combination, the love for the competition and the sport and being able to share fans and have them intermingle, intertwine, and share the same community. It's been really cool. Great relationship between the two teams.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, we've been trying to do that for a while, and finally, and that one is hit right up the middle for Nerea. He gets a base hit to start, hopefully, another run at more runs, and now up to bat will be Nick Olsch. Olsch had a base hit in right center field in the first inning. Maybe I ought to keep you up here. You're good luck.
It's the lucky charm here, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. Last year was a great season for the Ogden Mustangs. Like I said, I absolutely enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and that one went right past Nerea. Nerea's not going to get anywhere else. He just moves over to second base, and Nick Olsch gets another base hit. So now we have runners at first and second, and up to bat is Cam Feltz, who hit a 367-foot home run over the right field fence to score the first two runs of the first inning. So, yeah, great season. Went to nationals.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience for those guys and a good exposure tool for them too. The guys that are looking for college commitments, and again, that's what this is all about, right? Growing the players and giving them as many opportunities as possible.
So Nick looks at that one outside corner for a ball. So it's 1-0 with one out. Runners at first and second. Yeah, I tell you what, just to be back in the Ogden Mustangs organization, what a great organization to be in, just like with the Ogden Raptors. And I'm proud to say I am part of the organization now. And this is your third year. That one's fouled off to the third base side out into the street.
Yeah. We're going into my fourth season here, as well as the owners, Sean and Kimberly Wilmert. We've had a great relationship, and we feel like we're really doing great things for this community and the team and the boys that are involved in it. So it's been exciting, and I've loved every single second of it.
Oh, I'll tell you what, and just getting to know. And that one is hit into right center field. Here comes Nerea. Olsch is coming around. He is going to be sent. And Phelps gets a triple.
You're welcome.
Yep, no kidding. We'll take that one. Willie will take that one. So it's another 2 RBI for Cam Phelps. Gets the hardest of a cycle if he tries for a cycle. But, hey, we don't care. So now it is 4-2. Runner at third base, and up to bat is Reese Alexiadis, who was also Player of the Month for the Southern Division last month. Reese walked in the first inning, stole a base to second base, and then had went to third base and got stranded in the first inning. So you have basically 22 people here tonight representing the Ogden Raptors, several players.
We do, yeah. So we have a couple of our players that are here this weekend for camp that we've signed to agreements, and a lot of our staff's here tonight having a good time over there, and a couple of our friends from local community here. So it's been good getting out in the sun, nice and hot, enjoying the night.
Yeah, compared to hockey,
yeah,
where you freeze in the ice rink, because I have to wear long johns and everything, so it's kind of like, I'm a little bit cold in there.
Different experience.
Yep, 1-1 with one out. Cam Feltz at third base. Reese Alexiadis looks at that one for ball 2, so it's 2-1 with one out. So yeah, very different experience. Let's see what happens. And that one is hit to third base, and he boots it. They're giving him a hit, aren't they? And he goes all the way to second base. We are giving him a hit. And goes all the way over to second base, so that will be an RBI for Reese Alexiadis. That was a tough bounce.
comes in another step, he can't make it. So he just laid it, did the best he could. He's caught in no man's land. Hi, Kayla, how are you?
So anyway, that is considered a base hit. So now we have a runner at second base. Score 5-2 right now in the bottom of the second with only one out. Up to bat is Logan Williams, who flew out to right field in the first
I think it's
Christmas
Christmas season.
season.
This is Kayla swallowing turkey.
my 20th grandbaby, and he's making fun of it. Swallowed a turkey. I can't believe you even said that.
Don't lay down on your back. You look like Tom Van Molen. I love you.
All right. This is from Brandon Crosby's dad. Thanks, Mr. Armstrong. I promise I'm not challenging you or your son's credentials. I can tell you both are great stewards of the game and respect your knowledge considerably. By the way, please let your son know that I thought if not a hit, he should have at least gotten a sacrifice bunt. So I just relayed that to him. And then what we've got now, something that we've done differently, we've got a cell phone that people could text in, and there's a walk for Williams. So now we have a runner at first and second, and now up to bat is Salvatore Gazzo, who walked in the first inning. Now, let's see what we've got here. Hello, thank you for answering questions. What do you mean when you say things for those that keep track of home that was 4 to 6 to 3? Is that like player position numbers and how they passed it out to get the out? Yes. Basically, a 4 would be second base. 6 would be a shortstop. Yeah. So basically, the pitcher is 1, catcher is 2, first base is 3, second base is 4, third base is 5, shortstop would be 6, left field 7, center field 8, and right field 9. Hopefully that explains it a little bit better, but thank you for the question. We love answering it. And let's see what else. Boom. That's all I hear. Boom. From Mitchell Stone's family. So thank everybody for the notices and the text messages. We absolutely love them. One out still. Players at first and second. And up to bat again is Sal Gazzo. Again, walk. So Kenny, I know you're busy. You want to be with the Mustangs family, so I'm going to let you go.
All right.
And go have some beverages and enjoy the rest of the game and enjoy the heat out there.
I will. It's definitely a difference from sitting in that than sitting in the rink.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It is. But, hey, I appreciate your time. We do have an Ogden Mustangs night coming up in September.
Yep.
We'll bring Sean up here, the owner. We might bring you up. Yep. We might even bring maybe Dimitri.
Yeah, all right.
So we'll see what happens.
That sounds good.
Kenny, I appreciate it. Kenny Orlando, the head coach for the Ogden Mustangs, thank you so much.
Yep.
Greatly appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you guys for letting me come out. It was a good time
enjoying
the game.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
You can't leave yet, although.
Too good a locker on.
Yeah, you are, actually. Plus, it's a little bit cool in here. And so anyway, 2-1 with one out, runners, and he looks at that one for a strike, so it's 2-2 for Sal Gazzo right now. You got Reese Alexiadis at second base and Logan Williams at first. Here comes the pitch, and that one's hit off to Lopez. Lopez tags him out and throws it over to McMurray, but that is a double play, so that would be a 4-3 DP. But that's okay. Raptors do some damage. 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors, 1 left on base. Raptors going to the top of the third, leading 5-2. We'll be right back after this. Yeah. Yeah, have Kimberly come in and just say hi real quick, will you? All right, we want to thank Kenny Orlando from the Ogden Mustangs to come visit with us for a little bit. Greatly appreciate him. And now up to bat will be top of the order Brandon Crosby, who got hit by a pitch in the first inning. And looks at that one for outside, so it's 1 ball, no strikes right now. Goes into the dirt on the outside corner for ball 2. So it's 2-0 right now with no outs. Crosby batting .373 with 12 RBIs, 1 home run. And I got another notice, Jacob. Nope, I do not. Really appreciate everybody's input. We do take it at heart. 3 balls, no strikes for Crosby. Looks at that one for a strike right down the pipe. So it's 3-1 with no outs. Again, if you want to talk to us or have something to say to us, we'll be more than happy to put it on air. Looks at that one, and he walks off for his strike, so it's full count. Again, phone number 385-363-8461. Again, 385-363-8461. Something that the owner wanted to do, be a little bit more fan interactive. Hits one right up the center. Great hit to Reese Alexiadis for a base hit. For the top of the third. And now up to bat is the center fielder, number 6, Brett Carson. Brett had a base hit in the first inning. So he's 1 for, oh, no, that was a home run, wasn't it? That was a home run. Sorry, folks. I don't know why I put base hit. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's 0-1 with no outs. That was a 2-run home run for the only 2 runs so far for the Rocky Mountain Vibes. So Raptors up 5-2 right now in the top of the third. Crosby, who is known for stealing bases, is taking a pretty good lead and takes a bigger lead. And he hits one out to Cam Phelps. Cam Phelps gets right underneath it. Crosby has to go back to first base for the first out of the top of the third. And now up to bat will be the third baseman, number 13, Dusty Stroop. Stroop bats .373 with 58 RBIs, 11 home runs so far in the season. He is one of the most dangerous batters in the Rocky Mountain Vibes organization. Swings and misses, and actually tips it off for strike 1. So let's go through the division, the Southern Division standings right now. They have changed a little bit. I'll get into it. Swings and misses for strike 2. So let's see. Today is the 11th. Actually, it's the 12th. Stolen base by Brandon Crosby, and yes, he does steal bases. There's no doubt about it. He is quick on the feet. So that is another stolen base for Brandon Crosby. Count is 1-2 with 1 out and scoring position. So today, right now, in the top of the third in Grand Junction, the Northern Colorado Owls 0, Grand Junction Jackalopes 2. In the top of the second, Missoula Paddleheads 2, Great Falls Voyagers 3. In Kalispell, Montana, the Glacier Range Riders in the bottom of the second, the Glacier Range Riders 0, Idaho Falls Chuckers 1. In the top of the second in Boise, Billings Mustangs 3, Boise Hawks 0. That one's hit all the way back for a home run. As I stated, Dusty Stroop is a very dangerous hitter for the Vibes, so he brings that total up to 4. So now the Raptors have a 1-run lead, 5-4. So now up to bat will be designated hitter Casey Peterson, number 24, who flew out to Nick Ulch in left field in the first inning. Looks at that one on the outside corner for strike one, so it's 0-1 with 1 out. Right now, Peterson, 342 batting average, 38 RBIs, 5 home runs. And he hits one out to center field, goes back is Reese Alexiadis and goes off the black tarp in center field around the 387 mark. And he gets it and gets it to Salgazzo, so that will be a stand-up double for Peterson. And now up to bat will be number 28, Jake McMurray, who had a base hit into right center field in the first inning. McMurray bats .600 with 5 RBIs. So right now the magic number for the Ogden Raptors to win the Southern Division first half is 1. So either 1 win or 1 loss for Boise, we will win the Southern Division half. Right now, the Ogden Raptors are 28-16. Boise is 25-19, which is 3 games back. Northern Colorado is 20-23 with 8 games back. Grand Junction 19-25 with 9.5 games back, and the Rocky Mountain Vibes 19-24 with 9 games back. Actually, they would move up to 4th place, actually. So Evan Parker goes out and talks to Brock Gilliam, and McMurray is up to bat. So we have 2 more notices. I will get to those after the first pitch. And he hits one right up the middle. Reese Alexiadis runs up to get it, and they are going to send him home and does not get him in time. So the game is tied with an RBI single from Jake McMurray. So it's now 5-5, 2 outs, or 1 out, and a runner at first base. And now up to bat is Ethan Lopez, the second baseman. Lopez, 403 batting average, 20 RBIs, 3 home runs. Lopez did strike out in the first inning. Let's get to... And he hits a shot out into left field, and that is another 2-run home run for Ethan Lopez. So now the Vibes are up by 2, 7-5. So it's the top of the third, 7-5 for the Vibes, and up to bat right now is number 10, Steve Barmakian, who is 0 for 1, who flew out to Cam Feltz in the second inning. Looks at that one for a ball. Let's see. Vibes fan watching from KC area. Good story for you guys. Your pitcher, Gilliam, and Vibes Stroop had some great matchups in college. Central Missouri and Washburn, great MIAA rivalry. Thank you for that information. I did not know that. That's very interesting. Thank you so much. Swings and fouls that one off is Barmakian for a strike. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Name's Jake, and I just want to give a shout out to the Raptors, the Pioneer League, and Flow Sports for whetting my baseball appetite during the break. Big tip from the cap from Dragons Country, Dayton, Ohio. What a beautiful ball field. The Dayton Dragons, I've been there. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous ballpark. Always sold out. Thank you for that. Greatly appreciate it. So the count is full. 3-2 count with 1 out. Swings and misses. Goes all the way back. Colton Horner goes. And it's going to be a strikeout. But he advances due to the pass ball. So now up to bat is their shortstop, number 7. Who bats .237, 13 RBIs, 1 home run. And my son did give me a pronunciation key. Let's see. Yeah, because they don't give it here on the roster. So that's a ball, so it's 1-0 with 1 out. Let's see, it's in. Carr. That one's base hit out to Nick Olch. So now up to bat is Austin Elder. That was a base hit out to left field. And Austin Elder lined out to Rafael Nerea at third base in the second inning. Swings and hits one right to Logan Williams. Over to Gazzo. And does not get the double play. That will be a fielder's choice. 3-6 put out. Advances Barmakian over. So there's 2 outs right now. And up to the top of the order is number 20, Brandon Crosby. So you have runners on corner. Brandon Crosby hit by pitch in the first inning, and then in this top of the third, had a base hit out to left center field. Looks at that one for a ball. So it's 1-0 with 2 outs. And that one's hit right to Dakota Connors. Connors picks it up, throws it over to Logan Williams for the out, but the damage is still done. So it's a 4-3 put out for the third out. 5 runs on 6 hits. No errors. 2 left on base. We'll be right back after this. All right, now batting for your Ogden Raptors is number 15, Dakota Connors, who flew out in foul territory in the first inning to the catcher. 0-1 right now with no outs. This is only a 7-inning game, folks, because we did play a game before that. It is a doubleheader day. Looks at that one for a ball, so it's 1-1. Raptors down 7-5 right now, but anything can happen in the Pioneer League as we know it from last night. So it's 2-1 with no outs for Dakota Connors. He hits that one into right field where David Crosby is over there to get it for the first out of this inning. So now up to bat will be designated hitter Damian Henderson, number 17, who grounded out, actually had a fielder's choice, a 4-6 fielder's choice to get Salvatore Gazzo out in the first inning. Looks at that one for a ball, so it's 1-0. Got another notice. No notices. Well, maybe. I just got to look real quick. So it's 2-0 right now with one out. Batting .400 with 1 home run, 4 RBIs as Damian Henderson looks at that one, goes down by the feet for a 3-0 count. There is somebody warming up in the Vibes bullpen. It is number 8. We'll see who that is real quick. It is Kevin Dickey. Looks at that one for a strike. Swings and misses for strike 2. So it is a full count for Damian Henderson. And he hits one down the right side, goes foul. And he walks on that one. So we do have a runner now on base thanks to that walk. And now up to bat is Colton Horner, the catcher, number 27, who grounded out to the third baseman, Dusty Stroop, in the second inning. Horner bats .359, no home runs, 14 RBIs. So it's 1-0 with one out right now, and looks at that one inside for 2-0 right now. She going to get something too? Oh, okay. So it's 2-0 with one out, bottom of the third. Runner at first base looks at that one for a ball 3. There is hardly any wind now. The flag is basically drooping down, barely moving. Absolutely beautiful night. No clouds in the sky. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's 3-1 with one out. Kloppy probably gave him the red light not to swing since it's been like 6 balls in a row. So it's 3-1 with one out for Colton Horner. Looks at that one for strike 2, so it's a full count. On deck will be Rafael Nerea. And he hits one down the third base side, goes foul. And what is Dave Ackerman doing down there? Stretching it out, but every time he goes down there, he gets hurt. So it's 3-2 with one out right now for Colton Horner. Damian Henderson runs, and he takes off, and he gets called out on a strike. So that is a stolen base for Damian Henderson. But a called strike out for Colton Horner, which is 2 outs. And now Rafael Nerea is up to bat, who had a single in the second inning. Looks at that one for a strike. So it's 0-1 with 2 outs for Rafi.
All right, Steven. Good news, you have 2 outs. For bad news, guy on second base. Gotta be careful. You still there.
And it goes into the dirt, but Elder keeps it in front of him, so Damian stays. So it's 1-1 with 2 outs right now. Again, if you have anything to say to us, 385-363-8461. We'd love to hear from you. Well, hi, Steve. How are you? Good, how are you? Not too bad. We'll be right with you. Oh, almost hits him for ball 2. So it's 2-1 with 2 outs. I have a dear friend here with me. Here, get on for a minute. I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you, Steve?
Good, Richard. How are you? How's your summer?
It's been good so far. Raptors are playing well. Not much. Steve Dolotowski, I've known him for, 10 years now?
Something like that.
Something
Not
like
more
that.
It was 10 years, 5 years ago or something.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't it feel that way? But anyway, he is the operations. What is your title at the Mustangs now?
Game day operations.
Game day operations, which I am game day operations also, along with the broadcaster and media and everything else like that. So you having a good summer?
Yeah, it's good. I'm excited for hockey this weekend, so trying to get back in that mode, and not better to start a baseball game and then get into some hockey. So.
Yep. So full count with 2 outs. Don't know if Damian will be running. So here comes the pitch right now, and he swings back and hits the net. No, I know you got a full weekend. I'm going to be here. I'm baseball. You already know I'm baseball. I love my baseball. When they hired me last year, I was kind of like, oh, hockey? I've never done play-by-play, but hey,
yeah,
it worked out good. So anyway, big plans this weekend.
Yeah, we got the tryout camp, so excited to see some boys coming in and see what the season's going to be looking like next year.
Yeah, Kenny was telling me 105 kids.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And that one is hit out into center field, and here comes Damian Hernandez. He had a great jump on that, almost like a hit and run. So that will be a base hit ribby for Rafi. And now up to bat is Nick Olch. So now the score is 6-7, and the pitching coach is going out to talk to Oh, no, we are going to have a pitching change. It will be number 8, Kevin Dickey. Left-handed pitcher, 6'2", 184 pounds, from Paris, Texas. Played with the FCL Astros. So anyway, I'm glad you came up.
Yeah, well, we're all over there, so I'm like, I know Kenny was over here for a little bit, so after he came back, I thought, I need to make sure I get over there.
Well, I'm glad you did, because it's always fun to talk to you anyway. Your summer's going good. Any vacations?
We're going out the East Coast here in a couple weeks, so.
Well, at least you're going now and not during hockey season, right? Or are you guys going on a trip?
No, we adjusted this year, so no trips during this, at least not during the weekend. So.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Kenny, I says, you know what a difference. 90-degree weather here, 32-degree weather
You're
in the ice
dressed a
sheet.
little differently than you are at the hockey.
Oh,
game.
yeah, exactly. No long johns, no long outfits, no nothing like that. Oh, hold on. I got a text message on our phone. Nope, I don't think I do. What the heck? It says I have a message. Nope, no messages. So something we've done is fan interaction. We've got actually a cell phone that people can text in questions or shout outs or birthdays or anything else like that, and it's worked. I mean, we've been busy the past 2 nights. We started it last night. It's been absolutely fantastic. This is something we can't do in hockey, although.
Yeah.
There's just no way. It's just too quick of a game.
Yeah.
So much quicker game. So while we're waiting for Kevin Dickey to finish warming up, he gets about 20 more seconds. They only get about 2 minutes and 15 seconds due to the pitch clock right now. So up to bat will be Nick Olch.
So how are the new rules going? It seems like everybody's adapted well to that. I kind of like it, I think.
Yeah, the pitch clock, there's some discussion about it. My son over there, the official scorekeeper, hates it. But it does make the game go a little bit faster unless you get high-scoring double-digit games. Like last night, I think we were here for like 3 hours and 42 minutes just because of the way the game went. We ended up winning 12-11 in the bottom of the ninth, scored 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth to win the game. So up to bat, Nick Olch, 346 batting average, 3 home runs, 26 RBIs. Looks at that one for a ball. So far, Nick has had 2 base hits off into left field. Hopefully he can get another one and bring Rafi over around to third base, which Cam Feltz is up in deck. So anyway, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And let's talk about the pitching clock. I haven't even talked about it yet. Kind of different. Pitchers have 20 seconds to deliver the ball if the runner is on base, or 15 seconds if it's empty. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's 3-1 with 2 outs. If any violation, it is a ball added to the count.
And is there something with they can only throw to first base so many times or something?
3 times. 3 times unsuccessful, and then you have to stop. So it kind of gives an advantage to the runner to take a bigger lead. So you got to be very selective on going back and forth like they used to, where you could do 5-6 times.
Right.
So anyway, 3-1 right now for Nick Olch. So, but the batters are also penalized too, and we'll go after that in a minute with a 3-2 count. And he hits one right up the center, brings Rafi over to second base. Hopefully that's a start of something good. And now up to bat is Cam Feltz. And Cam had a home run in the first inning, a 2-run home run in the first inning over the right field fence, and then had another hit off into right center field. It was a triple, in fact, wasn't it? So he is. So it's 0-0 right now with 2 outs, and that one is in the inside corner. But anyway, the batters have to be in the box within 8 seconds.
So when 15 seconds starts, at the 8-second mark, they got to be in the box?
Yes, and they can only have 1 timeout per plate appearance. So if you call a timeout the second time, it's a strike against you, or if they're not in the box by 8 seconds, it's a strike against them. So there is penalties on both sides. And then if you in between innings is 2 minutes and 15 seconds, folks. Between batters, 30 seconds, and mound visits are 30 seconds, and you only get so many mound visits. So it's 1-1 right now. You only get 6 mound visits per game.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how many pitchers you got. You only get 6 mound visits. So it has sped up the game a little bit. Swings and misses for strike 2. So it's 1-2 with 2 outs. So, yeah, the pitch clock, it's a good thing. It speeds up the game. And then, again, it's a bad game because it kind of controls the game a little bit. So, different opinions.
Yeah, I guess you're a little traditionalist. You don't like the change, but I think it's a good change. I like it. Adds a little extra dimension to the game.
It does. It does, absolutely. So what are your plans for this weekend? You're just going to be walking around and doing things?
Yeah, we're checking things out. We'll be helping check everybody in and meeting and greeting with parents and kids and promoting Ogden Mustang hockey to them and stuff. So I'm excited to be back in the swing of things.
Yep. So it's 2-2-2 for Deuces. And here comes the pitch. And he swings one off and fouls it off on the right side. I got another notice. I'm wondering what's we got? Let's see. Hey, Richard, this is Fernando, Ethan Lopez's dad. Is there any chance you could still have Ethan Lopez's exit velocity and distance on his home run? Just curious. Thank you. We can find it. We'll try and find it for you, sir. No problem. That one is to the shortstop. He hits it, and it's safe, and it goes past him, and we're going to get a run. And Cam Phelps, as fast as he is, gets over to second base. Rafi goes home, ties up the game at 7s, brings Nick Olsch over to second, and are we calling it a base hit?
Base hit E6.
Base hit E6. And now up to bat, Reese Alexiadis, Player of the Month for last month. Runners at second and third. You need to stay up here until at the end of the inning because Kenny was good luck. Now we've got you and good luck, so we're going to keep it. So anyway, let's see what else we have. What is my name again? My name is Richard. There have been so many broken bats this year. Do the players have to buy their own bats, or that they prefer, or does the team provide them? Thanks. This is Bo Drew in the Springs. Go Vibes. Sweep the double today. Believe it or not, we do provide bats to the players, but if they get their own bats, then they have to pay for their own. That's how we work it in the Ogden Raptors. This is
for hockey this year we have to buy sticks. So
do you?
It's a little different this year now that we're moving up.
That one goes out to right field, and Brandon Crosby is there. But hey, folks, we tie it up with 2 runs. Let's see. I'm gonna rely on my son real quick. Go ahead and say it because I can hear you. 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. So anyway, we're going to the 4th. Steve, I appreciate you stopping up here. It's good to see you.
During the season.
Yep, and we'll be right back after this. All right, we're back for more Ogden Raptors baseball. And up to bat will be, for the Rocky Mountain Vibes, number 6, Brett Carson, the center fielder. I lost all my stats for some reason. Of course, it happens while I'm talking. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's 0-1 right now. There we go. Brett Carson 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs so far in the game, and that came from a home run in the first inning and a fly out to Cam Phelps in the third. See if we got any more. I got to thank you. So we'll do what we can. I mean, this is a 7-inning game. So we'll see what we can do with that one. The home run for Ethan Lopez. We're going to get it from our TrackMan operators, so it's 2-2 right now. Two and two for Carson. Looks at that one outside corner for a ball, so it's a full count. 406. 105 off the bat for Ethan Lopez. There you go, sir. Hopefully you got it. Mark P. from Colorado Springs, thank you for your messaging system. It's great to have us involved. Go Vibes. Our pleasure. I mean, we are, we'd like to have Ogden Raptors fans, but we also enjoy having the Vibes fans and other fans. This is the first year we've done something like this. This goes all the way back to the warning track, and he stays at second base, so it is a stand-up double for Brett Carson. We feel that fan interaction is fantastic for us. It gets us to know people around here, who's watching and who's listening and everything else like that. So now up to bat is the third baseman, number 13, Dusty Stroop. So right now an update in Boise. Billings Mustangs taking it to the Boise Hawks 7-0 in the top of the third. Again, magic number for the Ogden Raptors is 1. Either a win or a loss. The Raptors take the southern half. Gazzo gets it, throws it all the way over to, and got him. What a throw. That was a quick throw. Mishandled it a little bit out of the glove, but he did get him. So it's a 6-3 put out if you're keeping track. And now up to bat will be designated hitter Casey Peterson, number 24. Flew out to Nick Olch in the first and then had a double into center field in the third. So he's 1 for 2, no RBIs, no strikeouts. Looks at that one into the dirt for ball 1, and we've got some action going possibly in the bullpen. It will be number 38, John Rice. So Casey Peterson, 342 batting average, 38 RBIs, 5 home runs. One and 0 with 1 out, runner at second base, and looks at that one inside. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate your interaction. Go Vibes. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a Vibes fan, but I'm glad you're enjoying the game. So, lined out to Williams. Oh, and a bad throw, but Nick Olch is back there, so it will be no error. So it's a line out to the third baseman. Logan Williams for the second out keeps Brett Carson at second base, and now up to bat is Jake McMurray. He is 2 for 2 right now with 2 base hits. Looks at that one for an outside low for ball one. So it's 1-0 with 2 outs. Again, absolutely gorgeous night. There is no clouds in the air whatsoever. Blue sky. Sun is setting on the Wasatch Mountains. Absolutely beautiful. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's strike one, so it's 1-1 with 2 outs. McMurray again, 600 batting average, 5 RBIs, no home runs. So is it John Rice that is in the bullpen for the Raptors? Looks at that one inside corner for ball 2, so it's 2-1. I'm still looking, see if we can find the number on the bullpen in the Ogden Raptors. 38? It is John Rice. And he hits one high into the air. Reese Alexiadis on his horse, and he picks it up. He has got some feet under him right now. So anyway, so that's the 3rd out. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th after this. All right, we're going into the bottom of the 4th, all knotted up 7s, and up to bat will be the first baseman, number 33, Logan Williams. Right now he is 0 for 1 at 2 at bats. He flew out to Brandon Crosby in right field and then walked in the 2nd inning. Right now he's batting .360 with 9 home runs, 43 RBIs. That one gets away way off to outside for ball 1. So it's 1-0 with no outs. We will have the owner, Dave Baggett, on the air in the top of the 5th. I'm going to take over for 2 innings. So it's 1-1, no outs. No action in either bullpen now. So it's 1-1, and he throws that one inside for ball 2. So it's 2-1 with no outs. Dickey, 4.73 ERA, 1 win, 4 losses, 10 appearances, 32 and a 3rd inning. Looks at that one for a strike, so it's 2-2. 27 hits off of him, 25 runs scored, 34 walks, 17 strikeouts. So that is Dickey's stats right there. So again, Dave Baggett, the owner, will be on the next 2 innings since this is the 7th inning. That one goes into the dirt for a full count. And I think I hear the hot shots.
Right, London!
Looks at that one inside for a walk. And the crowd likes it. We'll give you some crowd noise. What the heck? I'm all about fan interaction and everything else like that. That's one thing that we do enjoy is the fan interaction. We are a family-friendly ballpark. So now up to bat will be the shortstop, number 14, Salgazzo, who walked in the first and then grounded out into a double play in the second. So Gazzo is 0 for 1. Tries and bunts it down, but doesn't get the bunt. No! Looked like he pulled his foot, but it will be a fielder's choice. 1-6. So Gazzo goes on to first base, and Williams gets thrown out at second base. So now up to bat will be the second baseman, number 15, Dakota Connors, who flew out in foul territory to the catcher in the first and then flew out to Brandon Crosby, the right fielder, in the third. 327 batting average with 3 home runs, 40 RBIs. Looks at that one for a ball, so it's 1-0 with 1 out. Runner at first base. Swings and hits one right past Ethan Lopez, which Sal goes all the way to third base. So now we have runners on the corner. And up to bat is Damian Henderson. Oh, it is going to be Dane Tofflin, number 54. So Dane Tofflin will be on up to bat, pitch hitting for Damian Henderson. So we have runners at the corners. Got Gazzo at third base, and then Connors at first base. Looks at that one outside for ball 1. So it's 1-0 with 1 out. On deck will be Colton Horner. Well, hi, Trevor. Trevor, our general manager, is just making his rounds. Do we have an attendance yet? Not yet. All right, just shortly. Okay, thought I'd ask. So anyway, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runners on the corner. Oh, that is a bomb. That is why we brought him here. It's a 3-1 shot. It went over the scoreboard. Hold on. I need to find that one out.
423, 108 off the bat.
All right, 423 feet, 108 off the bat for a 3-run dinger. Puts the Raptors up 10-7. Holy crap, that went over the scoreboard, folks. Out in left field. That was a freaking bomb. And I knew as soon as it hit off for Horner for a 5-3 putout, but that is only the second out of the game, and now up to bat is Rafi.
Third base for the parade, Rafi
Narea, who's had 2 base hits, 1 in the second and 1 in the third. Here comes the pitch. Looks inside for ball 1. Now we have Brandon McCabe warming up in the bullpen, number 3. Well, hi, Clarence. Good. How about yourself? Better now that you're out? this enough, or do you want more? Okay. My pleasure. So it's 1-1 with 2 outs. Nobody on base, and he hits one out to left center field. It is contagious. Once one gets one, another one comes, and he's going to get a stand-up double. Oh, they are going for it, and he does not get it. So that will be a double with a throw out. Is that a double with a throw out? But damage is done. 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors. No one left on base. We're going into the top of the 5th. Raptors up 10-7.
Back to Lindquist Field. Here in the top half of the 5th inning of a shortened 7-inning game, Raptors on top 10-7, joined by special guest and a Raptors co-owner, Ed Mattis. Where'd you just fly in from, Ed?
Just flew in from New York.
And I bet where'd you fly in from?
Albany, New York.
I bet your arms are tired.
They are.
All right, for the vibes in the 5th, we've got 6, 7, and 8. Lopez. Ethan Lopez is up. He's 1 for 2 with a 400-foot bomb himself his last time up. Back in the 3rd inning, the Vibes put up a 5 spot to take a good lead, and the Raptors have come back. Brock Gilliam still on the mound for the Raptors. He is the ace. He would admit this is not his best outing, but he's still on the mound grinding it out. 7 runs, 9 hits, and error for the Vibes. Next pitch is a fastball in there for strike 2, so quickly ahead 0-2. And Ed, as you're a baseball expert as well, whenever you get a good offensive inning and you take the lead, you want to immediately get a quick first out of the inning.
You surely do. You surely do. Brock's done a nice job. He's come back nicely. Had a rough couple of pitches in the first part, but he's done very well. It's exciting.
The 0-2 pitch is outside, 1-2. Gilliam's, I think, 6-1 going into the game with an ERA in the 2s, and has been outstanding. The measure of a good pitcher is not how good you are when you're going good. It's how good you can be on days where you just don't have all the great command. And he's grinding out with a 2-2 count to Lopez. That's a fastball that's fouled out of play. 90 miles an hour, so Brock is still keeping up the velo. Want to say hello to Bill Parker tuning in all the way from beautiful Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Bill Parker, nice to see you. Nice to be talking to you.
There's
Lots of happy memories.
Ground ball to Salgazzo. He'll get over in time for out number 1. Gulf Shores, Alabama. You've been there, haven't you?
I have.
They are the largest per capita area of dentistry, I understand.
That's one I was not aware of.
Well, it surprises me because it is Alabama, and you're lucky you can find a full set of teeth.
He's doing this to me, folks, because my cousins are here.
Well, your cousin's also your brother. First pitch from Gilliam was a changeup, and he was called for a ball, 1-0. Barmakian is the batter. He's 0 for 2. He did reach base on a strikeout via wild pitch his last time up. That's going to be a 2-hop grounder to Sal again. He'll step and throw this time for out number 2. So just what the doctor ordered. Raptors are now 7 outs away from putting a hold on the first half Southern Division championship. But it's not going to be easy because these vibes can hit, folks. Shortstop Joe Encarnacion. Did your dad, was he pronouncing it right, Jacob?
I gave him a full pronunciation for him.
And he got it wrong, didn't he?
Yeah, he still did.
He still did. Well, that's what dads are for.
Correct.
Who's over there?
That's Ellis's girlfriend.
He's way over the tips of his skis, I think. He's like Eddie the Eagle.
Eddie the Eagle.
That's going to be chop foul. Quickly 0-2. So Brock Gilliam, 1 strike away from having his best inning. And probably a 10-pitch inning, which is just what the doctor ordered. Let's get back to the bats. It's so nice to see Toffee hit that bomb. 423 feet. A no-doubter. Curveball was in outside. I think it's 1-2. Johnny Lindquist, the Crackerjack scoreboard operator, is once again incorrect. Gilliam to the line and the 1-2 pitch. That's outside. That'll even it up 2-2. So when we have time, Ed, while we're on the air, I want to talk about why you got your nickname Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil, yes. Yes, we're going to let Brock have a picture, and then we'll get into the Dr. Evil story.
That's going to be a bomb.
Ooh, wow.
And that's going to put the Vibes 1 run closer.
Yep.
As Encarnacion just took a hanging curveball and deposited it in the left field deck. That's why you score runs, folks. It's now going to be 10-8. Encarnacion, I don't know where he's been. He must have just got off the injured list because he is 2 for 3. And he just hit a 403-foot home run.
If you show up late for an Austin Powers night, you end up being Dr. Evil.
That's right.
Yeah. I had no idea what the movie was about.
So you're flying all the way in from New York.
Yep. I walked through the door.
The gates are opening in 5 minutes.
Yep.
It's Austin Powers night at the ballpark. We don't have anybody to wear the Dr. Evil costume.
And I'm wearing this, I can only describe as a condom on my head. It's about 100 degrees in a suit which has no breathable fibers.
No.
Absolutely none.
And you were instructed to throw out the first pitch.
And 5,000 people booed me.
And there's another
hit.
So the Vibes keep on hitting as Elder pops that into right field. And you got to wonder how much longer we're going to keep Brock out there. He doesn't look like he's laboring, but he's just not closing the innings. That's the 11th hit for the Vibes. I know we want to get out of the inning and finish the inning on a good note, so Brandon McCabe, who's warming up, can start a fresh inning, but Evan Parker's now going to go take a walk and settle him. And plus it gives Brandon a little bit more time to get loose.
Absolutely.
Scoreboard update. It is the top of the 5th in Boise. The Billings Mustangs are carrying a 7-1 lead. So that's nice to see. However, you want to take business on your own. It's nice to get help from the opponents of the people chasing you. But
you gotta make the wins happen.
Yeah,
yourself.
you don't want to backdoor your way into popping champagne.
There you go.
We still got a 10-8 lead. Again, folks, if you're just tuning in, the magic number is 1. We've got a 3-game lead over Boise with 4 games to play, including this one. However, we hold the tiebreaker. Actually, it's a 3-game lead. 3-game lead with 4 to play. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the magic number is 1 because really it's a 3-game lead with 3 to play because we own the tiebreaker. Brandon Crosby, the former Raptor, will step in. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a single, a run scored. He was hit by a pitch and scored back in the first inning. Takes a slider for strike 1. This is most definitely going to be Brock's last inning as McCabe is
warming up.
Is warming up like he's on coals. He's getting hot. Brock to the set, and the 0-1 pitch. That's a fastball, but down low. This umpire, nice guy, but he makes pitchers throw the ball in a coffee can, which is why there's been 23 hits in 4 2/3 of an inning, and why there were 23 hits in the previous game.
Very tight strike zone.
Yeah, tight. However, as pitchers, you have to make that adjustment. You hitters know that you're going to get a pitch to hit because. But every now and then he'll open it up and do a punch out on a call third so he can just do his dance move to show the street.
Yeah, right.
Eric Gregg had the best one, I think, and Dutch Renner did. That's going to be a call down on strike
that
three.
Was right there.
Brandon Crosby does not like the call. He's letting the umpire know about it. And back in the day, you did that. You got the gate automatically.
Yeah. Right to the showers.
It's stretch time. Hey, Richard, it's 7th inning stretch time. I'm sorry. No strikeout. It's 7th inning stretch time. Bang it.
They got to win a prize.
Well, it's a 7-inning game, so we have to do the 7th inning stretch right now. So we'll be right back on the Raptors Baseball Network.
My goodness, is it my eyesight or has that strikeout gotten larger?
Back to Lindquist Field. Kevin Dickey is still in for the Vibes. Raptors here in a shortened 7-inning game at the bottom of the 5th will bring up. Hold on a second, folks, here as I tidy up some laundry here. The Raptors will bring up the top of the order. Nicky Ulch, Cam Feltz, and then Reese Alexiadis. Raptors holding on to a 10-8 lead. 10 runs on 12 hits. There's 1 error. Rocky Mountain. 8 runs on 11 hits, also 1 error. They are going by Colorado Springs in their specialty uniforms right now. We also have a cell phone here, a burner phone.
Wow.
That we're putting out the phone number so fans can call us with any questions or comments or just if they want us to say hello. That number is 385-363-8461. Let us know if you got anything, any comments you want to say. That's going to be chopped over to the third baseman, Stroop. He's going to fire over in time for out number 1. So the first time Nicky goes down, 5-3. Cam Feltz comes up. Cam is a double away from the cycle. Home run in the first, triple in the second, single in the third. Now he's batting in the 5th. So a double will give him a cycle, and I can't remember the last time the Raptors had a player hit for the cycle.
Be a nice, pleasant surprise to see it tonight.
Yeah, there is one player in Major League Baseball. Oh, that's a fly ball deep to center field, but that's going to be underneath it. That's going to be out number 2. So Cam gave it a ride, but it was 10 stories up an elevator shaft for out number 2. So that's what the doctor ordered, because the pitcher has only thrown 3 pitches and 2 quick outs. So give us a text and let us know what's going on in your lives. If you have any questions, if you want to learn more about the city of Ogden or a little bit more about Ed Mattis, who was interesting. Ed, you worked for the UN for many years.
I did, 12 years.
What was your capacity of that job?
Well, I did a little bit of everything. I ran a business development program, and I also did some legal work for them.
That next one's fouled out. So we did some legal work and some what development?
Business development in third world countries.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, our listeners right now are just enthralled by that. A lawyer and business development, folks.
Yeah.
No wonder they shot at you. That's a ball hit deep to right field
It's
by
going.
Alexiadis.
It's
Isn't out here. It's out of here.
It's out of here. Well done.
Kick the dog and wake up Grandma, because we're out of here. 374 and a half feet on a ball hit the right field from Alexiadis, and that gets that run back, and a huge run there.
Huge run.
Makes it 11-8, and Les Lancaster shaking his head saying, nothing you can do, kid. The kid's got some pop on all fields. He sat back, drove that curveball to right field, and I'm looking for Logan Williams to do the same thing right here. He's got serious power to the opposite field. It's funny, when you talk about power to the other way, it's not something you can teach.
No.
You either have the strength or you don't.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Pete Alonso said it best. He was being interviewed by the Kevin What's-His-Nuts from the MLB Network.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the home run derby. And Pete Alonso said his entire life all he's tried to do is hit hard line drives. He says, you hit home runs by mistake.
Well, that's the way I think it should be.
He absolutely refuted everything about launch angle.
I'm-
He looked right in the camera and told the kids, forget launch angle. It's ruining the game. Focus on hitting line drives. If you can pepper line drives, you'll get your share of home runs by mistake.
By mistake. Music to my ears.
And I wanted to just stand up and applaud, because this teacher man guy who's on TikTok is teaching kids the most ridiculous form of hitting. And they all say, well, Aaron Judge does it. That's great. Aaron Judge is 6'8", and he weighs 270 pounds, and the bat looks like a toothpick in his hands. There's no other Aaron Judges out there.
You've got to make the singles and the doubles. You've got to get men on base.
This guy is teaching kids to swing. That's actually not a swing.
No.
It's the most ridiculous thing, and he wears cargo shorts while he does it. Anyway, that's enough of that. Gonzo's the batter.
Great country, America.
Logan Williams walked, and Sal will take an inside pitch for a strike. 0-1.
Yeah.
Laura Mattis just walked in the door. Ed's sister. Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm terrific.
Come on in. Thanks for interrupting the broadcast. I'm just kidding, kiddo. Where are you from?
You want the headset?
Where are you living?
Durham,
North Carolina. Speaking of Durham, I want to wish a special welcome to Bill Parker, who's tuning in from Raleigh, North Carolina. That's the big city if you were watching the Andy Griffith Show.
That is true.
When they had to go down to Raleigh, that was a big day.
Yeah.
There's a ground ball to short, and Encarnacion will step and throw it across the diamond for out number. He's a good-looking shortstop. Big kid, too.
Yep.
Raptors get one, however. We're 6 outs away from the first half Southern Division title. We'll be right back on the Raptors Baseball Network. Brandon McCabe taping his warm-up tosses for the boys in blue. Say? Well, the fans don't need to know that. I said his name, Brandon McCabe. Well, you just interrupted me for that. Folks. Huh? I said Brandon McCabe. Did I say Brandon Gilliam?
You said McCabe.
Yeah. Well, now I don't know where I am. Brandon McCabe is now in.
McCabe.
He's got a 2.02 ERA. This will be his 16th appearance. He's been a setup guy mainly. 13 in the third innings, 11 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 7 walks, 22 strikeouts. So a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And we need that right here. Brandon is a curveball specialist too, so we need to get some breaking balls over. See if we can get some vibe hitters to flail at some pitches because they've been putting the barrel on the ball for about 13 innings now. Brett Carson is a good little ball player. He's homered in the first inning and led off the fourth with a double, but was left stranded. Good job by Gilliam in that inning. Brandon to the set in the first pitch. That's going to be fouled out of play. That'll be a fastball, 88 miles an hour. An old-fashioned come straight over the top kind of guy, which back in our day, that was more the norm. Now it's the exception, and hitters freak out a little bit because he has the old-fashioned over-the-top curveball, which when we were kids was simply called a drop ball.
That's right. The drop ball. Yep.
Thanks for confirming that, Ed. You're a beacon of knowledge.
Not bad for 2 hours of sleep.
That's a foul. You have 2 hours of sleep?
Just kidding.
So you woke up and...
I woke up at 4:30 this morning, New York time. So.
And you live in Tuxedo, New York. Tell the folks where Tuxedo is.
Tuxedo, New York. Tuxedo Park, New York is about 40 miles northwest of New York City as the crow flies.
Really? Yeah. And it is the birthplace of the Tuxedo.
It is the birthplace of the Tuxedo. So,
curveball down low for ball one. Tell me, what is the function of the cummerbund? I have a theory of what I was told, but whenever I share that, they tell me I'm crazy.
My theory is that a number of people showed up without belts one day, and this was the best thing they could do to cover up the belt loops.
Swung out a miss with a curveball overhand, so Carson goes down on strikes. If I'm not mistaken, that might be... No, they had one out. That's only their second strikeout on the evening. Excuse me, the third one. Crosby struck out to end the fifth. Dusty Stroop is now the batter. I was told that when you wrap the cummerbund and the seams face up, that it's to catch the crumbs.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true, yeah. You definitely want to have the flaps up.
Speaking of crumbs, when I was in 6th grade, I was on Graham Cracker Day.
Yes.
I was assigned crumb boy.
He's here all night, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. I was the crumb boy on Graham Cracker Day. McCabe, fastball, as you can hear him give out that Monica Seles grunt from here. And it's 0-2. Remember, Monica, every time she hit the ball, she would grunt like she's being hit in the face with an anvil.
Yes. And watching tennis today is just not the same.
No, it's not. I don't watch tennis at all anymore. I used to love it when Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe and those guys played. Yep. They played like they were street thugs.
They did. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like WWE on a tennis court.
Yeah, it was just great.
Yeah.
I loved McEnroe because he was a nonconformist. 0-2. That's a curveball down in the dirt. Caught blocked by Horner. He'll pick it up and throw to first.
That's 2.
So it's amazing when you get ahead in the count, you can use that breaking ball, and guess what batters do? They swing and miss, Ed.
Well, that is true.
I can't give you a better lead than that.
Since 4 o'clock.
Casey Peterson, who I just love, is the first baseman for the Vibes, batting right now. Came into the game with the .342 average with 5 home runs. 6'4" and a lean 220 pounds. He looks like he could put on 20.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a good first baseman. He can
pick. Big boy.
Yeah. He played for Grand Junction last year. I don't know why he ended up not going back to the Pioneer League, repeat, reigning champions.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it is Grand Junction.
It is Grand Junction.
Yeah. It's where dreams go to die. I'm kidding, folks. I love Colorado. It's a great state to visit. Do I have any hate mail yet? Any hate text on that?
Brought to you by the Colorado Visitors Bureau.
385-363-8461 is the number, and that ball might be ridden out of the ballpark.
Oh.
And it is.
There you go.
An 0-2 fastball that he took to left field, and the Vibes simply will not go away. Give them credit, folks. That might be their 4th home run of the game. 1. They hit 2 in the 3rd. That is their 5th home run of the ball game. Normally you think Jake McMurray will be the batter. You go home thinking if your offense hit 5 home runs out of the ballpark, you should win, but yet they still trail 11-9.
They have hung in there, that's for sure.
This is a Canadian football game going on here. First pitch from Brandon is a foul hand curveball for a strike, 74 miles.
Nice pitch.
2,400 on the RPM. That's your spin rate, folks. You want the tighter the spin, the more revolution you get, the more RPM, the more break. 8 inches of vertical drop on that last pitch. So we'll throw a fastball inside, 88 miles an hour. 1-1. Raptors have 11 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. Vibes, 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. Orange County, that's Orange County where you live, right?
Yes, Orange County.
That's the home of Orange County Choppers, right?
Yes, it used to be. They are no longer operating, as I understand. The old man is retired. And
remember how popular that show was?
Oh, it was huge.
They built that massive facility.
Yeah.
And then couldn't figure out how to pay for it.
Well, they made some good money, but they had some good fun, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. They got a lot of
I flew down on a flight.
A lot of that cable money.
Yeah, I was on a flight to Florida one time with those guys, and they could party hard.
Yeah. Well, Mikey had a little bit of a problem, right?
Yes. Yes, he did. Yes.
Speaking of problems, that pitch was in the dirt for even up the count at 2-2. So the same pitch right now as Johnny yells out, "Deuces." Update in Boise. Can I get that, Jacob? Refresh that for me. Look at that beautiful picture. Bottom of the 6th. Mustang still holding on to a 7-1 lead, so the Hawks are running out of time. Again, let's just take care of business here. Any text messages? Come on, folks, send me something. That's a fastball in there for strike 3.
Strike 3. Nicely done.
So when you're looking curveball and you get a fastball, it makes an 88-mile-an-hour fastball look 98. The batter, McMurray, did not like the call. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. We're 3 outs away from a championship first-half title, folks, right here on the Raptors Baseball Network. Back to the ballpark. I got a text in. Let me read this verbatim, folks. Hello, Raptors. I am Brock Gilliam's little sister, Olivia. He is pitcher number 23, and I would like you to give my favorite pitcher a shout-out. So shout out to Olivia Gilliam. I don't know how old I give her, but thanks for tuning in. And you have a special brother in Brock, and he has a bright future still in baseball, and you should be very, very proud of him. He's a fine young man and a quiet, soft-spoken guy as far as I can tell. But he's lights out on the mound, and I think he's 3 outs away from getting a W here. I think another one just came in, Jacob. For the Raptors, we'll come up with 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. And Dakota Connors. So we talk about Ed, and Jacob's heard me talk about this before. What leads to good wins is when you can get production from the bottom half of your order, especially in 7, 8, and 9. But let's include Dakota here. 6 through 9 have 5 hits and have scored 5 runs. So good production from the lower third. Is your friend's name Steve? If so, welcome to the broadcast.
Ed.
Is your name Steve?
No.
Okay, so I'm not going to welcome Steve to the broadcast.
Thank you.
Whoever that was, we'll
okay, one at a time.
We'll see. Dakota Connors swings and misses at a 2-0 fastball. Raptors would like to get 2 runs here, get some insurance on the board. Another question coming in. It'd be great, folks, in the future if you could actually give us your first name and where you're from. But this question is, does the Pioneer League have an all-star game, North versus South? We do not have an all-star game to yet. We owners have talked about doing it. We just not pulled the trigger on it. There's going to be a base hit for Dakota.
Nice hit for Dakota.
So that'll be 2 for 4 on the night. He made some adjustments after popping out his first 2 times up. Singled back in the 4th, and now another one to lead off the 6th. Important here, Damian Henderson, the DH, is going to come up. It takes a lot of effort to put together an all-star game.
It certainly does.
We did it back in 2016 here against the Northwest League, a whole completely different league, and it was really fascinating, exhausting, financially burdensome.
Burdensome, yes.
Imagine having players come from all over the league, 2 leagues in that case, and they have to fly in this case. You can't bus, and it costs a fortune to do. Not saying we're not willing to do it, but I don't wish. I don't think I ever want to be the host of an all-star game.
No, it makes it's very challenging at this level to make a go of it.
We did have fun. We took the players from both leagues, the Northwest League and the Pioneer League. For those who have never been to Utah, the Snow Basin Ski Resort was right in our backyard, and we took all the players up on the gondola to have dinner at the top of the 10,000-foot mountain where they had the 2002 downhill and giant slaloms in the Olympics. And it was funny, some of the Latin players have never been to a mountain, let alone get on it. They wouldn't get on the gondola.
They had a hard time with that.
And it was it was just a lot of fun.
That was one of the best dinners I've ever been to, and you couldn't beat the surroundings.
No, it was incredible. We paid out the nose for it. And it was funny, when we were going up the mountain, there was a mother moose and a calf feeding right below.
Yeah.
And, of course, I took credit for organizing it.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, right. You really organized? Yeah, I had a moose come get
It's spectacular.
So a full count, Damian Henderson. He gave the umpire the stink eye, but that was clearly a strike. I don't know if we have any other messages. But thanks for the question. We don't currently have an all-star game, but we are entertaining putting one together. That's going to be a fastball foul down the left field line. Damian, I tell you what, I love this kid. Not only is he a great, fantastic kid, but, he's just now finding his sea legs. He was with us all last year, but he was never active. Living locally, he's a pitcher by trade. But we found out he can hit bombs in batting practice. And so now he's hitting .400 for us. He's only got 1 RBI, 1 home run and 4 RBIs. It turns out at 6'2", 225, he's also a contact hitter. He doesn't strike out a lot. He'll strike out on slow curveballs. Let's not hope we get one here. There it was. And he's going to be thrown out by 1.5 yards. So, strike him out, throw him out. Dakota didn't even muster a slide because he took off like it was a hit and run. Anyway, the next text is, sorry, this is Mark P. Welcome to the broadcast. Anyway, sometimes I just have to pick a name when I don't know what it is. I understand, Mark.
Board this summer, but it's not about me. It's about these guys that were able to host it, and Mike Vershave, the general manager, as I mentioned, of the Bolts, and Terry Bonadonna, 2 key arteries to make this thing happen, but they would probably deflect everything else to the people around them, which is deservedly so. As fireworks end this show, and we sign off for Mark Citron, Andy Yakum, Patty Cesare, Aiden Varley of the Frontier League 2023 All-Star Game victorious. The East Division wins it 10-4 over the Western Division, folks. We hope you have a great summer wherever you may be tuning in and you enjoyed this broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night.
All right, I'm back for the top of the seventh. Want to thank Dave Baggett, the owner of the Ogden Raptors, for taking 2 innings. Kind of gives me a break. Now up to bat will be second baseman, number 14, Ethan Lopez. Lopez is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs, 1 strikeout. That strikeout did come in the first inning. Then he had a home run, a 2-run shot. And he hits one way out into right center field. Cam Phelps goes up, and he catches it on the wall. Absolutely gorgeous catch by Cam Phelps. So that is 1 out right now, and up to bat is left fielder, number 10, Steve Barmakian. What a heck of a catch. Barmakian 0 for 3 with 1 strikeout tonight. Hopefully we'll make it 0 for 4. We do have another pitcher up in the mound, number 25 for the Vibes. But it is only a 7-inning game. Swings and misses for strike 2. We do have Brandon McKay. No, it is Dan Kubiak. Right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 220 pounds from Barrington, Illinois. Played for the Washington Wild Things. That is our Coors call up to the bullpen. Dan Kubiak throws that one. Oh, hit the corner, but called ball. So it's 1-2 with 1 out, nobody on base. What is the score in Boise? Let's find out real quick. Strike 3. He is out. In fact, the home plate umpire didn't even realize it was strike 3. Called him out on strikes. Now the shortstop, number 7, Joe Encarnacion. Right now, top of the 7th, Billings Mustangs 7, Boise 1. Magic number is 1. Looks at that one for a strike from Dan. So it's 0-1 with 2 outs, nobody on. Looks at that one for a ball. Oh, it looked good. It looked good, but they do call it a ball. Joe is 2 for 3 with 1 RBI. That RBI came in the 5th with a home run out to left field. Looks at that one high for ball 2. So it's 2-1 with 2 outs, nobody on base. Folks, this will be probably a short post-game show. Swings and a miss. Deuces. If we win this, we win the first half of the Southern Division, folks. Here comes the pitch. 2-2-2. Here we go. Dan serving it up. Swing and a miss. First half division winners.
Please congratulate your Southern Division first half champion, Ogden Raptors.
So there you have it. The first half Southern Division champions, Ogden Raptors. We will be going into the playoffs. I am going to do a quick post-game show right now. I am going to go down and watch the celebration. Brock Gilliam is the winning pitcher. Kevin Dickey is the losing pitcher. Raptors, 11 runs on 14 hits, 1 error. Colorado Springs, 9 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. I'm calling it a night, folks. Hope you have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:30 game. Pre-game, 6:15. Have a fantastic night. I'm going to go celebrate with the team.